Hey guys, I am very excited and surprised at how many of you want to learn to make lotion bars. And so today I'm going to do as quick as I can a tutorial on how I make these. Now that doesn't mean that you can't make these a lot of different ways, because lotion bars are probably one of the more versatile body products that you can make. You can use a different variety of ingredients and different ratios and get the outcome that you want. And a lot of that's going to depend upon where you live and the climate that you're in, the time of year, and just the consistency that you prefer and your customers prefer in lotion. So this is a solid lotion and there is no water in it. So one of the things that I like about it personally is you do not need a preservative. You do not need to add any type of chemical preservative, because there is no water in this. This is all beeswax, oils, and butters. And the only thing that is not the naturally derived form is if you decide to add a fragrance oil, which I'm going to do. So I'm going to do my best to make this quick and edit it so it's quick, and I'll explain as I go. But I hope you enjoy this recipe and maybe learn something new about a new product that your customers or you might love. And I'm going to start with yellow beeswax pellets. I prefer to use beeswax pellets. I've not found anything that I like better. And this recipe is good for 12 1-ounce discs or bars, or 24 of these large lip balm tubes. So I'm going to make 12 of the lip balm tubes and 6 of the lotion bars, so you can see how both turn out. And obviously I'm getting ready to take my daughter to school in just actually about a half an hour. So this is going to set up while we're gone, and after we get back, then I'll do some after of what it looks like. So let's measure our beeswax. I'm going to do 3.5 ounces of beeswax. It's starting to warm up, and I want a more solid bar to be able to withstand the warm weather that we're starting to have. People like to leave these in their cars, purses, makeup bags, anywhere that you might apply lotion. And so that can affect how quickly it melts, is how much beeswax. If you find that you're making this and you don't like how quickly it's melting and you don't like how soft it is, then you need to add more beeswax or hard butters. Next, I'm going to add 3 ounces of coconut oil. This is organic virgin coconut oil that is unrefined. I do not like personally to use the liquid form. I want something that's going to go back to solid and that has a higher melt point. I believe the melt point on this is around 75 degrees, I believe. I think that's what the package says. So I'm going to turn my scale again so I can get 2.5 ounces of this. I have sprayed everything that I'm using with rubbing alcohol. That is 91% isopropyl alcohol. And everything that I'm touching over here that is a part of the finished product has been sprayed with rubbing alcohol, including my hands. I'm out of gloves right now, and we just moved, and if I have any, I can't find them. So almost 2.5. Sometimes I get really good at measuring and I can grab up as much as I need at the very first go, and sometimes I don't. So the first thing I'm going to do is really quickly melt this to about halfway, 3/4 of the way melted on these beeswax pellets before I add the oils. So you're going to start in small bursts, but this is going to take a few minutes, so I will be back. Okay, these are about the halfway point with just the beeswax and the coconut oil, and I'm going to add my 2 oils that I prefer the most and that give me the consistency that I like the best. And that's going to be sweet almond oil and jojoba oil. You can use a variety of other light oils like avocado oil. I just prefer these. Test for yourself. So you're going to do 3 ounces combined of these 2 oils. And they are They're gonna help this melt the rest of the way before we add our hard butters. One of the things that you'll find as you do this is the process that works the best for you. And what works for me in my climate where I live may not work the best for you, and you have to adjust it. But this recipe, unlike something like candles or soap, where you have to be really precise and really exact in your science of your ingredients, this gives you a lot more freedom. So I'm gonna stir this a little bit to get it combined, and then I'm gonna heat this as well until the beeswax pellets take the longest to melt. That's why you just keep adding everything to them. Do not put the beeswax pellets in last, or you're gonna have a grainy texture in your finished product. That's part of the science of this, I guess, is heating things in the order that they need to melt. So I'm gonna pop this back in the microwave for another minute, and then we'll add our butter. Okay, so beeswax and all of the oils are fully melted. I'm gonna add some mango butter. I also have cocoa butter wafers, but cocoa butter is hard to come by, so I use it sparingly. In this recipe, I'm just gonna use mango butter. Great consistency. I love cocoa butter a lot, but it is so expensive. So I have just gotten to the place where I use it sparingly. And this recipe is going to a customer that's having a lot of Mother's Day client gifts. So I already made her others with just mango butter. So I'm going to very carefully pour this in. Try not to splatter everywhere. And we need 2.5 to 3 ounces of butters. I will, in the description, if this is on YouTube or if this is on Facebook, I will type up the recipe in the description or in the comments. So it's good to not have it in large chunks anyway, because you don't really want to have to heat this anymore. You want to let it melt kind of naturally. That's what helps it not become grainy. I have more mango butter. I'm just trying to use the last little bit that I have in this 1 pound bag. So almost there. Anyway, there are other butters you can use besides mango and cocoa. There's cocoa, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. There's shea butter. I personally don't prefer shea butter. It can be very grainy, and I just don't, I don't like to work with it very much. I've even tried it in my whipped butters, and I don't care for it very much, even though it whips beautifully. I just like the texture and the stability of mango butter the best. So that's what I've been using for about 1.5 years. So that I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more so that I have enough. That's the other thing. I just sprayed my hands with rubbing alcohol again, you guys. I do it every time I touch the microwave. Every time I touch something that's not what I'm working with, I spray my hands. And you can, I have this here, so it's like this. I have this one, I have this one. I just keep them everywhere when I'm working because I want to make sure what I'm doing is clean as possible. Some of these are going to be for personal use. Some of these are going to be gifts for Mother's Day. So the bars are probably going to be gifts for Mother's Day. The tubes are going to be just a couple to my customer that had a bulk order. And I needed to make a few more in the last minute. She added some more. Anyway, we're going to melt this a little bit longer, and then we'll add one more thing before we add the fragrance, and we're almost done. Okay, this is the point where we have to move quickly. We have a lot of beeswax in here, and it wants to come to room temperature and solidify. So now that the butters are melted, we're going to add just a little bit of arrowroot powder. You don't want to use a powder, you don't have to. I prefer it because it keeps things from being greasy and slippery. I have a lot of people that like to use this on their feet, and so I try to make it so it absorbs quickly. Arrowroot powder is great for that. Tapioca powder, cornstarch. This is about 1/2 teaspoon in this recipe. Not very much at all. It's not going to make a massive difference, but you will notice the difference if you do use it and you do prefer it. And you want to make sure it's well combined. It's going to want to clump immediately. That always irritates me. Just stir it for a minute, it'll go away. Have your ingredients ready and right in front of you. You do not want to be running and looking for this while everything is melting, or you just need to have your ingredients in front of you. Don't think that you have time, because at this point you don't. So the last thing I'm going to add, that dissolved pretty quickly, that's good, is a little bit of fragrance. You don't have to use very much in this, and if you don't want to use any at all, you don't. Some people love the scent of the natural oils and butters, and that's awesome if you do. I'm going to use just enough here. You can scent it more if it is a skin-safe fragrance and you want these as perfume bars. Some of these tubes can make great perfume sticks, I guess you call them. But I just use these as a lotion. My customers have never complained about the scent level that I've used, and I just prefer to have scent. I'm always going to want fragrance because that's me. But I do have people that are sensitive to fragrance or have skin sensitivities and they want a fragrance-free product. And this gives them that freedom, and it doesn't have the chemicals of a typical store-bought lotion, and they feel more confident in it. Beeswax is also a natural skin barrier, and believe it or not, is UV safe. So it kind of acts like a little bit of a sunscreen, even though you can't market it that way, and I don't ever say that. Somebody asked, I can tell them. The other thing that I've found with these, and you're going to pour these immediately, don't walk away, because you don't want to have to remelt these. The other thing I've found is that these work great on minor irritations. I also, again, do not market it that way because we can't make medical claims. But I have had skin irritations, minor, obviously nothing that required medical attention. I would never recommend that you do this without first testing it on yourself before your children. But I have had this to work on minor irritations on my children. When we were on vacation last week, my daughter woke up with a dry, really irritated red patch on her face, probably contact dermatitis from something that she touched playing. And I put some of my lotion bar that was in my purse on her face, and the irritation was gone the next day. Okay, this is the part where a lot of error can happen. These tubes are very, 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 very easy to overfill. And I have done this a scabillion times, and I still make a mess. So I will say this. Have a pouring pitcher that you like. Do not put this in a container that you cannot pour out of easily. You do not want to have to transfer. It is already setting up. See how it's already solidifying. It's been, 2 minutes since I got it out of the microwave. You can do this on a double burner if you prefer to melt it that way. I've always done it in the microwave. Truth. I've always done it in the microwave for 4 years. You just have to do it in small bursts so that you don't overheat anything. No issues. Everybody has their own preferences. And just because you do it a different way doesn't mean I'm wrong. And just because I do it this way doesn't mean you're wrong. And you'll find that the longer you're a maker or you're making your own products, you find what works for you and you stick with it. And this is just what works for me. And I'm switching, see how I'm switching back and forth with my hands? I don't trust myself not to over pour far away from my body or to pour on top of the other tubes. And I'm getting to where I'm starting to run out because it's solidifying. But I don't need 12 tubes. I just set up 12. I only need 3. But I wanted to make plenty so that you guys could see finished product. And that's going to be it right here. I just totally over poured that one. That one will be mine. That's something else I like to do. I always make enough so that I can have a tester for myself. Should I probably do that every single time for quality purposes? No. I know what the outcome's going to be if my recipe doesn't change. But I like to use my own products, and I like to know that over time how it's going to hold up. I like to be able to say that I use everything that I make. And this is how quickly it solidifies. So you got to work fast. Don't be afraid of that. You can always pop it back in the microwave. You can always remelt it. It just gets harder to work with over time. So you can also, at this point, whip this if you didn't have beeswax in it. If you had almost no beeswax in it, that would be a body butter. But with beeswax and how fast it's hardening, do not try to whip this. change your recipe. Not gonna work. Okay, this is super long. I hope you guys got something from this, and I just appreciate that so many of you wanted to learn how to make these. It's a really simple product, but people love it, and it sells incredibly well for me year round. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll come back later and show you what the finished product looks like. Okay, finished product. This, whenever I have one that doesn't turn out quite right, that becomes mine, or I give it to like my mom or my friend or my husband. My husband used these too. Men get to where they start stealing your room spray and your lip balm and your your soap. And my daughter's coming to say hi. And these are gorgeously smooth. And I like to put mine on my cuticles first, on the back of my hand. These turned out so smooth, you guys. And one of the things that I always tell people, because sometimes they panic if it melts, like in their tin melts or this melts, as long as it doesn't become a puddle mess in your purse, you can pop this in the freezer. You can pop your tin in the freezer. It will re-solidify in about 10 minutes, and it's just as beautiful. I have some people say they actually keep their bar in their refrigerator, and I'd never thought of that before. I just don't want it in there with my food very long. That's a thing. Like my 3 spray bottles of rubbing alcohol OCD thing. But it's so nice and smooth. It just absorbs immediately in your skin. And like I said, if you don't like how solid it is, add more oil, add more butter. If you want it more solid, you think it's too mushy, it won't stay solid, it won't twist up. If it won't twist up, you don't have enough beeswax. If you're making these tubes, if it will not twist up and it is stuck, you did not use enough beeswax and hard butters, specifically beeswax. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really have a lot of fun making these. They're one of the messier things that I make. I don't enjoy cleanup of this. Dump it out, roll it into a ball, and it becomes the one that sits by my chair and I use on my feet at night, or use on my husband's feet. So have fun with these. Have fun with the packaging. You don't have to do it this way. You can have all kinds of different molds. You can use the mini beads. Some of the girls were saying they like to use the smaller ones for like one use. Never done that, but that's a great idea. There's a lot of options out there when it comes to skincare and products that we can make for our customers. If you make these, you're probably going to fall in love with them. Your customers are probably going to fall in love with them, and it's something that you're going to want to keep in your product line. So you guys have a blessed day.